Okay, this is the last part of my urinalysis, so I'm going to take my urine that has spun in the centrifuge, and I will pour the excess off. So I was taught you just do a quick pour, then this is a trash can. I'm not just throwing it in the floor. Trash can. Okay, so now I have just a little bit left, and I take it and I squish it around really well because you want to make sure you mix all the sediment up that settled into my pellet. And then you're going to just put a little drop. Like that. And there. And then you get a cover slip. And you put it over your urine. Just like so. A little wet now. Turn on my microscope. Turn on my microscope. Place this on the microscope. I always start on the far left just because it's easier for me. But I'm on 40x. Wow, that light is blinding. Very much so. Okay. So, the first thing that I'm going to be looking for are cast and crystals. Let me just get a little bit better focused. What? Sorry, we don't use this microscope as much. There we go. Okay. Blinding me. Alright, so. I'm going to look for cast and crystals. I'm not seeing any. But again, a lot of times you want to check at least 10 fields just, to be sure that you have an estimated amount of if there are any crystals. You're more likely to see them if you do at least 10 fields. Okay. So this is a recheck, so that could be why I'm not seeing crystals, which is a good thing. We're not seeing cast or crystals. That's what we want. Okay. Let me get left my results over there. Don't want to put them in any water. Oh no, I lost my, there it is. I was saying I lost my pen. 9. Okay. So now I'm going to go up to the, there we go, just like that. Alright. Now, I'm looking for different cells. Red blood cells, white blood cells, epithelial cells. So normally, fun fact on our urinalysis, we don't have the stain that you put down in the tube after it is centrifuged. So a lot of times we will get our urine and we will put a dot on one side of the slide, and we will take another slide and pull back and do almost like a blood smear, except for we will let it dry, and then we will stain that so that we have a stained slide to see different cells on there too. So I'm not seeing a lot of different cells. So I might actually do that. Let me throw this in the sharps bin. Okay. I got me a new slime. Where did my... Oh, there you go. Are they moving, y'all? Yes? Okay. So, we're going to mix this back up. Let me get a new pipette before I stick it down in here. So sorry, I'm back. So I got a new pipette before, sticking it in there and not thinking. Okay. So I'm going to put it. Okay. Save that just in case. Let me get another slime. Okay. So now I will stain this once it dries. And that is the way that we look at our different cells and stuff. A doctor showed me this because it took me forever to learn. Let me get my stains. Stains. If you make it too thick, it'll take forever to dry. Okay. And now I shall stain it, just like I do with my blood. We have different ones though. So we have urine ones and we have blood ones. That's it for a minute. And this just makes it easier for me to see different cells. First one's my fixative. Next. It's a little bit more time consuming, but and they don't have to be stained super dark. Like when I'm doing blood, I just like to have a little bit of color because it kind of helps me tell them apart and know what's what. I'm just going to wash this off behind you really quick, 2 seconds. Okay. So then I'm trying the back side of it. And I let the water dry while I put the lid on my stain. Okay. Perfect. Clean the microscope. There's a lot of fur on it. Okay. So, last but not least, I will look at the different cells. Okay. So I will record my different cell types that I see. We're seeing some epithelial cells, of course, because it is a free catch, so all of the urine that's pushed out is taking all the cells with it that are on the edge. If you did a cystocentesis, it probably wouldn't have as many because you're getting it from the center of the bladder and you're less likely to get those cells. But since this is a free catch, you're going to see more epithelial cells. So again, I'm just looking for the different ones. There's still a little bit of bacteria, so I'll be sure to make note of that for the doctor. Just going to put that there's a small amount in case they want to continue antibiotics. Okay, so I will record what I find on here, and I will put it on my urinalysis sheet, and I'll be sure to make note of it in the animal's chart for the doctor. That way, if we ever look back, we will see what was going on and what we saw last time. So that is how I do my urinalysis, and I will record my results in his chart.